the return is like 1 to 2 at the moment, and there's room for improvement for me there. But it gave me the ability to transition from full-time working for someone else to doing my own thing. Okay, so my name's Marcel Burkhardt, and I run All City Services in Sydney. We focus on hot water, but I'm a plumber. We do, yeah, run a plumbing company.
Amazing. And what made
Mhm.
you join the Way You program? What was the state of your ad account or the problems you were experiencing prior?
Okay, so I was transitioning from working for someone full time and I'd started my own sole trader business on the side and trying to transition into that. And I basically I knew if I got enough work that I could make a lot more money. Was like that was sort of the original seed that got planted in my head. And and then I was listening to a lot of like podcasts and business podcasts, and the one of like the Alex Hormozy origin stories is like he paid someone to teach him how to run ads. I was like, if I can run ads, then I can get enough work to make more money, based
Yeah,
on
exactly right.
sense. Yeah. And then so I was like, okay, how can I go about learning to make ads? Because I have no idea. And then I was getting it's like I don't know if it's pure coincidence or whatever, but I started getting Brandon's ads. Like this is like exactly the problem that I have and I'm trying to solve. So it was like, okay, well I'm gonna take a chance on this. And I sort of I didn't use money I didn't have, but I used money that I was afraid to use on the bet that it would, you know, and it did. So yeah, I signed up to the actually signed up to the online the recordings and then sort of learnt as much as I could from that. And then I started with Google. Basically, it was a great way to 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 kick off from to transition rather. It was a great way to transition from full-time work to my own business.
Yeah.
And I was able to do it by uh, using the recordings to learn how to make the Google ads.
Yeah.
And there was some like hiccups where the industry I'm in is super competitive, and that I didn't realize. So when I had those problems, it was easy to like go into the workshops, sorry, the live calls and get like assistance on like my landing page was no good, and some of my um headlines and stuff needed improving.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the calls were able to help with that.
Yeah. So tell me a little
Yeah.
bit more about your hesitations before buying. So it's obviously you touched on money that you maybe didn't want to spend. How do you feel that you
Yes.
did spend it and why, what ended up getting you over the line?
Okay. Hesitations. Hesitations were literally the cost. It was quite a risk, if you know what I mean. As I do, will this work? What got me over the line was probably I could sense that what the ads that Brandon had were genuine somehow. I don't know what gave me that sense, but um, they just seemed more authentic. I
Mm.
was like, well, if I'm going to take a chance, like I'm going to spend a few $1,000 on an ad agency, whether it's Brandon or another one, I might as well take a chance on the one that feels more authentic. And it was also it like perfectly aligned with the whole Hormozy thing.
Yeah, it was
Like,
kind of like
you know
full
what I mean?
circle. Yeah, and honestly,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it is really scary when you launch, a business by yourself, stepping out of, working for someone
Mm,
else. to be like, do I really need to be spending that sum right now? But also, that's what's going to ultimately bring you business and allow you to grow and, generate an income. If we
Yeah.
were to start to talk about your results for a second here, do you want to tell me a little bit about the growth you made and where you sit now as to prior to starting the program?
Yeah. So like I can work for myself full time now. Um, the return is like 1 to 2 at the moment, and there's room for improvement for me there. But it just it gave me the ability to transition from full time working for someone else to doing my own thing.
If we were to kind of like wrap things up a little bit, what would you be
Mhm.
saying to anyone who was sitting on the fence about joining?
Sitting on the fence about joining. I would say watch the VSL and watch Brandon on YouTube, and everything that you see there is what you're gonna get. That's like the surface level of what you're gonna get here. So if you're on the fence, watch the YouTube videos, and you're gonna get a way more in-depth version of what you see of Brandon online.